just came through a pass with a great name. It was called Black Charlie's Opening. Yes, that's right, Black Charlie's Opening, and it's on the road north of Sorell, and it is about halfway between there and Triabunna. Great names over here. Okay, here's another one for you. We just come over Bust Me Gall Hill. Yep, Bust Me Gall Hill. There's an old church here at Buckland, it's called. That's the name of the place. But there's something else about it which I want you to see. No, it's not the pub over there or the playground. It's one of these. They've got a rivulet. Yep, it's a rivulet. It doesn't look like a rivulet to me. It looks like a pretty good sized creek. But anyway, that's one of the many rivulets that you find in Tassie. Open road. I'm actually sitting on 100 k's with the cruise control on, so that's a bit of a luxury. Back there a little bit there was a straight stretch that I reckon lasted for a mile or so. Would have to have been a record. However, it never lasts long. This is another K past my last shot, and here we are back into the windy stuff with the cable on the side of the road and the creek down there and the cliff up there. I spoke too soon. I passed these two cars here just before, and then I stopped and turned around to get that rivulet pick. Now I have to pass them again, but it's going to be a bit difficult on this road. Yeah. Ooh, shite! Just down there. Now I'm trying not to hit any more posts. Can you see anything? I can't. I hope you can. I hope I can when I look back again. 35 k's means about 15 k's for this bloke in the camper van. Daunting when you meet these big trucks on this little narrow roads. Out yonder, it's Maria Island. I'm told is a very beautiful place. You can't drive anywhere out there. Big high mountains on it. And there's you have to take a ferry across. We've just been through the town of Orford, and the ferry leaves from Triabunna, which should be just ahead. We may as well go and have a look at the ferry, even though I'm not going on it anywhere. We'll go and check it out anyway, because it looks like it could be a scenic little photo opportunity. Bloody humps. East Coast Resort. Ferry parking. There's the ferry down there. Down there's a little mini golf course. Belongs to the resort here, I suppose. And out there, that's Maria Island. And he tells me her most favouriteest place. But definitely a place for those who've got plenty of time, because you need to walk everywhere. McLean's Creek at Triabunna. Over there is the marina.
As in previous Christmases.
And back out there in the bay, I see a couple of tugboats.
Offering you genuine savings of 30%. That's right.
We're not going to the town centre. Haven't really got time.
Jewellery, not just selected stock.
Has been cut in two by floodwaters this afternoon, and in
Treehawk Crit! Oh my God! And here comes another one.
Community care office. Aussie men are finally going to get some help to
Buxton
stem the growing number of
River!
The federal government is funding $16.5 million series of pilot programs to help men deal with the emotional fallout of
Over on the
separations.
right, I just
Community
got
Services Minister Larry Anthony
a glimpse
says
before.
separated men have a suicide
First
rate around
view
6
of the
times greater than
Freycinet
married men and about 12 times
Peninsula
greater than
coming
separated
down
women.
from up the
Hundreds
north.
of specialists on
There it is
relationships
out
have gathered
there.
in Sydney for a 2-day forum on how men deal with that side of their lives. Therapist Andrew Victor
That's where Coles Bay is and Wineglass Bay and those
A lot
places.
of men find themselves trapped in a situation where they're spending a lot of
64% of people want the government to lower petrol prices by easing the tax on fuel.
Nice pretty view out there. There was for a second anyway. Uh-oh, Sandy Crit!
the community and the Commonwealth government actually reducing.
Behind at 32.71. Highlights today include
And 29
Check this
Albert
out,
Road,
it's-
Moona.
Are you tired of wearing your work clothes or uniforms?
The Tassie version of the Great Ocean Road going up the west, the east coast. Now it's not far from Swansea.
Of course, you could dress up and combine
Beautiful views down there to the right.
So invite your staff, work colleagues, club or school to dress down.
And great driving. If you have a rally car, you could be sliding around all these corners.
You could even win a house that maybe to $500.
You can even do it in
Join us on
an ordinary car.
Friday, 1st of
Don't have too many problems.
Magic 107 weather forecast.
It's a driver's state, the state of Tasmania.
Forecast with moderate southerly winds. The
Kelvedon Crit! There's a beach back there, the Kelvedon Beach. And we're right alongside the water, all the way here. See, we are here. This is stay over night number 5, I think.
Principally because
Yes.
France is the largest producer of film in Europe and Germany has the largest market.
Time
and
is
they're
about
both,
nearly 6:15.
scared witless by
So it's been a good day of travelling. Great drive. Let's have a look at this place. First I've got to find where I'm staying.
At least they do have their own language.
Town centre, that away.
Against the American blockbusters, but even so, dubbing has been such a long tradition.
Swansea Caravan Park, Holiday Village, 1.5 kilometres north.
German or French.
I dare say that's probably where it is.
Now, consequently,
Well, I found the place and here it is, and this is my little neck of the woods. It's even got a name, Oyster Bay, Unit 15. And come in and have a look. Pretty nice little spot, eh? Nice and sunny, open, new, very clinical white looking. All the cabins have names. Oh, look at that! Who the hell's that? It's about 9:20 in the morning of the 6th day, and on the way around there, which that is in the distance, there's the mountains around Coles Bay and Wineglass Bay area, and this is the view back from the road that goes around towards Great Oyster Bay. There, Swansea was in there to the right, where I stayed last night. Now yesterday I said that there's a rule in this car, but apparently it wasn't recording at the time. Now the new rule is precisely this. You see this? Apsley River! Yep, you've got to yell out the name of any creek, river or rivulet that you cross. And you might have noticed I was doing that a bit yesterday. Here we are, we're on the way into the Fresnay National Park. In fact, we're in the National Park now, just off the road. Oh, look at this, a horsey being walked along beside his human's ute. And this is the road into Wineglass Bay, Coles Bay, all those places. Pretty typical bush road, really. Looks fairly reminiscent of Victorian bush. And around Bendigo area, the same coloured earth. There might be gold in these hills. Just a couple of kilometres down the road, the bush has changed completely again. You notice that these gums here are all flowering with light yellow flowers. And much more varied sort of vegetation again. Coming up towards an airfield here, which I think is where you go for scenic flights over the Fresnay National Park. $82. I don't think I can afford that.
Pretty much the same for men as well.
Friendly Beaches Junction coming up. Them big rocks up there, them is called the hazards. And they guard the way further down the Fresnay Peninsula. And we're just about to enter Coles Bay, I would say, fairly shortly. In fact, we've now entered Coles Bay.
Is written by Burry and Mimi McDonald. It's published by Allen and Unwin, and that reading is available on cassette on the Louis Braille. Coming up to our live minute, it's definitely down.
Just over there, that's Swansea where I stayed last night. Well, I just got back from going up to the Wineglass Bay lookout. Took me just on the hour to go up and back. It was a good hard slog getting up there, and my legs aren't too bad considering. Went up a fair way. I didn't take the video camera because I found that carrying it and the ordinary camera is a bit too clunky when you're climbing. So there's only still pictures of Wineglass Bay. You can't really do justice to it with a video anyway. So onwards down now towards Coles Bay. I might have something to drink there and then I'll head off.
You're at school at least half of your waking hours. So that's how we've been designing our literacy activities, is looking for
very,
ways
very
to
blue water out there in the Tasman Sea.
Now, are you working?
Here's somebody walking their little doggy. There's a bit of a rocky granite outcrop. And down there is the sea. We'll see what else this place has to offer. I've heard that it's got a lot. A sea life park, among other things. What about food? I think that'd be good. I might look for some food. Look at the clarity of that water. This is Bicheno, all right. And this is the Sea Life Centre. We'll have a bit of a look in there. shortly. Really? Eastern crayfish. They're pretty big too. This is all in the aquarium part of that Sea Life Centre. Black brim. This big fella here is a long-snouted boarfish, and he's got a very long snout when we see him come round. And there's also old wife. It's the old wife, I guess. Quite big. Pretty mean looking mouths on them. Australian salmon. Draftboard shark. A weird looking thing. Just sitting on the bottom. Pretty big, they're about 2 foot long. What are you thinking? Tomato sweet and common bullseye. Look at this bloke, he's got spines all over him. Johnson's weed fish. What a face. Looks like E.T.
Oh
This
no,
boat
it's
is
just
huge.
they're very loosely
Look at
attached.
that. It's a monster. Giant Tasmanian crab. Yellow eye mullet. Pretty little jewel anemones. Just small. Lovely pink colour. And we have the banded morwong. Do I know what they're called? Oh no, and the zebrafish. There's two different sorts in there. This must be the jackass fish. And there's also the magpie perch in there somewhere. Hiding in the corner over here. Yeah, like his mode. Reminds me of somebody. The rock ling, famous for being a very nice eating fish. I've heard of it. Southern rock lobster. A couple of little mates in there to keep them company. The water's all over it, I suppose, that's why. Blue iridescent flashes on its side. Some real big ones in this central tank. That's the size of him. He's going past still. Good sized fishes. These guys are all silver trevally. $5 admission to the aquarium also gets us onto this to have a look over this Enterprise, which is a ketch kept up on dry dock, so I'll have a look on board of this little girl.
As well as timber, we used to cart general cargo all over.
Really in original condition. Smells oily, old. Can't really stand up in that bit.
As you can see, we had to cook and sleep in the whole width of cargo, and we found tin was the easiest to live with.
Used to carry timber.
Coal, the carbide works, and that was a bugger of a job too. Most of the time we just kept running back and forward between places like Research, Catamaran, Fortescue and Carana. That's all around the Hobart area.
That was a really fascinating little listen to that guy in there on the recording. The old girl has a flat bottom, used to be used for logs, and the last job it had for 20 years was carting 20 tonnes of night soil out offshore and dumping it into the sea every day. That's why it smelt in there. Pretty gorgeous. Glint of the sunlight on the sea. Clear fresh water. Well, not fresh, salty, but clear. How's this for a swing? We've just left Bicheno now and heading up the east coast, And this guy's doing a good job of sweeping the road for me just in front of me. It's lovely seascape on the left, on the right rather, when we get the chance to see it. East Coast Birdlife and Animal Park. Yeah, I'd like to go and look, but it's just not enough time. Got too much to fit in today. So I have an observation I'd like to make. You can hear that little canary blowing in the window on the other side. I'll slow down so it goes away. A couple of things which we don't have in Tasmania. One, I think I might have mentioned, there's no foxes here. And also there's no magpies. I have not yet seen a magpie. There's lots of plovers and lots of currawongs, lots of crows. But no magpies at all that I can think that I've seen. I'll have to ask a local and see if that's the case. There's the sea, still out there to the right. Beautiful blue-green colour, it is very clear. I'm on a transit stage going 100, but I reckon this crest here looks like it must afford a view when you get to the top of it. So I switched the camera on, and on pure spec. So let's see what we see when we come over the top. Oh look, water. Breakers. Through here with all these flowering gums and flowering shrubs on the side of the road, this overpowering smell of honey in the air. Really strong, sweet honey smell. Must be from those bushes, I reckon. But it's so sweet and so much like honey. Can you smell it? I guess that land way off up there is Point St Helens, and I means to get to the end of that bit of land because that'll be the furthest east spot, and I'll be able to get myself another little memento. That's where we're heading, just at the minute. Now, up to the left, I don't know whether we'll get any view of it as yet, but inland here, or further up, is Ben Lomond National Park, which is one of the highest peaks in Tasmania, I think, is there, Ben Lomond, if not the highest. It's 1,513 metres high, and it's actually a snowfield in the wintertime. This is Scamander. There's a interesting looking bridge here. We're crossing over another estuary type bridge.
Still, the judiciary, since appointed by
must be a river of some sort. It's Scamander Bridge. That's all it says.
Need for that cut-off of last week, particularly when overseas ballots were still coming in.
But this is Scamander.
But Mr. Carbon also struck
another little seaside joint up the east coast,
seemingly leaving the door open for a statewide recount, despite criticising the hand count process.
There's a boat for sale. You want
flawed.
If you were doing a recount in a municipal...
Coming into St Helens now, and again a lovely harbour.
If possible. Most businesses have just completed their first business activity statement. While the tax office says the results of the implementation show the statement isn't as complicated as was feared, there have been complaints about the complexity of the document.
Big harbour, actually.
Told Radio 4BC he'll be talking
Windy
to
road.
business groups over the next few weeks and will respond to calls for change.
I make it very plain to people that where...
Plenty of hills around as usual.
And simplification...
Tasmania all looks the bloody same.
This form and indeed any other aspect of the new system, we won't be reluctant to do that. It doesn't represent any...
Doesn't really, but it's certainly lovely. Crossing over a estuary bridge into St Helens proper, I'd say. And the waterfront is out here. Again, lots of boats. Boats everywhere. I suppose when you're on an island there's always got to be lots of boats around. Beautiful spot. Well, after consulting the map, I've had to turn around and go back through the other side of St Helens to where it says the turn off to Steiglitz and Akaroa, because that's where you go to get out St Helens Point. It's a very different sort of a town, this one. As you can see, it's flat, long, straight streets, and big elm trees or something on either side. Kind of yet another variation. These smaller trees here in the boxes, I'm sure they're going to be fantastic in the autumn with their foliage colouring. This whole place would be very nice in the autumn. The boat ramp at St Helens Point, the end of the road. From here up to the actual point, there's a walk, 30-minute walk, so I might take that. Been going a good half an hour. Looks like there's something up here now though. Well folks, here we are. I think this is Beer Barrel Beach. St Helens Point. A nice big surf out there. And you wouldn't read about it, but I walked all the way through. It took me over 30 minutes. And get to the other side, and there's cars parked everywhere. There's a road in from a different direction, just it's an ordinary road. A couple of surfers out there. This little shell, where are you? This little shell here becomes my keepsake from the furthest point east. Well, almost. Walking back. Now, I don't know if anybody else does this, but when I'm walking along I usually find myself humming a tune and I just can't stop. It sort of goes One last look at St Helens down by the waterfront. There's a boat for sale, fishing boat. Right, right. What's the number? Let's write that down. These ones are probably used during the Sydney to Hobart because they come past here. This is a nice fishing vessel. Dale, 163 to Launceston, so that's miles, and it's just 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so I don't expect to be camped or booked in to my accommodation tonight till at least 6:30, I'd say. A good 2.5 hours drive from here because of the roads being, according to the map, pretty jiggly. So we'll see just how long it does take. 4 o'clock. North George River.
How effective?
Now, just showing you a little bit of a taste of the scenery in this neck of the woods. It is magnificent, as Tony said.
To discuss this, I'm joined
probably the most picturesque area of the northeastern part.
To stop the use of child
Lots of windy roads, of course, but around every corner there's a new vista, a new challenge to try and take it all in.
In armed conflict, do we have?
Especially if you are feeling as though you need to keep on pushing along. There's another one of those Nissans. Yeah, I figured out that they must be hire cars, those Nissan Pulsars. There's so many of them on the road and generally driven by tourists, so they're the hire cars. Now look down there.
In Sierra Leone there've been about 4,000 to 5,000 kids under 18.
And up here, look at the tree ferns.
The rebel group. Probably about another
look at the mountain. Look at the road. Look at it. Look at the greenness. This is just a tiny little sample of that 100-mile trip.
Rory, some of these child soldiers.
It's like driving up the Dandenongs over and over and over again.
During this war, and it is acknowledged they're not all.
We just came over the top of Weld Hill, which was 373 metres high, and still in this beautiful lush rainforesty area. Lots of tree ferns, big huge tall trees. We had a myrtle forest just before. Look at the bush ahead. Lots and lots of driving to be done, but it's really enjoyable driving. Every corner brings you out something different and new, and some great trees with spiky stuff growing up them. Look, there's some up there. Spikes growing up the branches. I'm not sure what that is. Somewhere between Wellborough and the turn off that heads back down towards Scottsdale. You had enough of this yet? Is this boring or not? Well, I'm not bored. I can give you some rally calls, sir. 3 left into 4 right,
Just been dancing around the studio with the Buddha staff. We got terribly excited listening to that.
into 3 left, into 2 right, into 3 left,
CD strung out at the basement in Sydney next Monday the 27th of April.
tightens into 5 left,
Square in Sydney on Sunday the 3rd of
into
December.
6 right,
School of Art in New South Wales on Tuesday the 5th of December, and then it's on to the wonderful Woodford Folk
5, no, about 3 right,
and the Tam
2 left,
Festival in January, provided the dear old place is dried out. You are listening to Late Night Live on radio.
make that about a 3, and so on. And it's like this for just
gets elected chances
kilometres after kilometres. And hill ahead of us, that's the town of Scottsdale. That's where Cyril Richardson moved to about 40 years ago or whenever.
And how
Just coming into it now. It's very much a timber, pine area around here with a couple of big huge sawmills that I come past, Ospine, Scottdale, and another one. Great big, very big concerns with huge stacks of pine timber outside. So that must be the staple of this area, along with lots of farming.
The floods are easing, but the state government is expecting little help in the clean-up.
Looks like a pretty reasonable sized place. Mountains all around as usual. There's a pub, supermarket, and power repairs. Oh, and there's Cyril. Well, you never know, do you? And I better just check the map and see. It's a Scottsdale RSL club. Where to get out of this town on the road to Launceston, because I think there was a sign back there. I might have to go back. Yes, indeed, as I thought. This is the road to Bridport, which is not the road we want to use. We want to go back towards Launceston. So I'm going to have to tuck a U-bolt. I think I can go now. Look at the big mountains up there. We came down from that area just now. Magnificent driving by me. And just back here at this pub corner is the Launceston 63 sign. So let's go around there. So there you go. This is what Scottsdale looks like. Not a bad sized place at all. It's got its own radio station, I noticed. And oh, look, there's the post office. Beehive Cafe. Whoops. These vehicles are stopping. I was going to keep going. There's the Rolf Voss store. Now Rolf Voss is the Northern Tasmania equivalent of like Safeways, I think, because they use the fresh food people ad, and down in the south they're called Purity, for what it's worth. So we're just about heading down out of Scottsdale now. Nice place. Didn't get much of a look, but we're got the head down and the blinkers on and heading. 62 k's to Launceston, and it's going to be pretty windy according to the map. Just a little bit more of scenery down in the valleys below. It's all like this. sun shining on